Fellow Rotarians and guests, welcome to the Rotary Club of Pleasanton. This meeting is being recorded and will be available for viewing on our YouTube channel. I'd like to welcome all of our visitors here today. We hope you enjoy the meeting. If any visitor wants to learn more about becoming a member of this wonderful club, please see me after the meeting. I would like to thank Julio today for being our greeter and Joy Shapiro for taking attendance. Thanks, guys. Dennis is handling the money. As always, thank you, Dennis. And Mark stepped in here with his team and tried to fill Ricky's shoes, and he got it done. So good job, Mark. Thank you. Our pledge today is being led by Steve Van Dorn.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. Please join me and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our We Care today is led by Lee Carlson. A follow-up to what Lee was saying about the war in Ukraine and the tragedy that the Ukrainian people are enduring right now. Rotary International is giving $50,000 grants to Rotary clubs in Ukraine that are doing humanitarian effort. And I'm not sure how much Rotary International is put in the pool, but it's a couple $1 million from what I've heard. We started a collection of money last Thursday at Ricky's house when we had our 5th Thursday social.
Yeah,
We have $261 in a jar on the table next to Dennis. My goal is that our club contribute $500. So if you have $20 in your wallet, it'd be really great if you put it in that jar on the way out the door today. I'd like to invite Julio to give us.
Learn how to sign up and save at My Duty.
Oh, here, I'll let Randy do this because he knows the details of it.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt this. I don't know if you know this, but he keeps these impeccable notes and they're in order and I'm messing them up. I'm kind of happy about that, actually. Anyway, to let you guys know that Jerry Thorne, I'm sure all of you know that he passed, and they have asked that we make this announcement, and I thought I'd make it in case you didn't read your email. Today is a viewing at St. Clair's Church. 5, I think, or 6. I have to go early because I'm a pallbearer, so I can't remember. I know when I have to be there, but anyway, and then the funeral's tomorrow at 3, and that's at St. Clair's Church also, and then there's going to be a reception at 5:30 at the senior hall. So it's open to the public. So I know Kaylee had asked me to announce it and hope that you guys can come by and pay your respects, and would really appreciate that and show the Rotary spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. And Julia, would you like to inspire us?
Thank you. So this is the last minute thing, so a little bit not totally organized, but anyway, and try to enjoy it. So recently we had all these awards on TV and all the controversies and so on. So I came upon some past years Academy Award speeches that are quite inspiring. So I thought to share some of those with you. One is Julie Andrews in 1965 when she was she got the award, and she said, and she's not a US citizen. She said, "I know you Americans are famous for your hospitality, but this is really ridiculous." And Martin Scorsese, who is a famous director for many famous films, and he said, "Could you double check the envelope?" And even going further back, Charlie Chaplin, of course, he started even film without sound. He said, "What seems so futile, so feeble? Just acting and telling a story is enough." So, and furthermore, a few more things to share, which I came upon, which I thought was quite sort of a little bit of a wisdom, or observations, I should say. These are comments from foreigners who were not born here, and they came either as a visitor or as an immigrant. I'm being one. And so this is one. The fact that I cannot order a beer with my burger at McDonald's in the US, come on. And just so that you know, McDonald's in these countries serve beer. Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Greece, South Korea, etc., etc. So at least you can bring your beer.
Hey, Julia, just as an aside, today is National Beer Day.
How about that? That sounds like a good excuse. Another one, someone who they don't have Costco in their country. He said, Costco. He said, I came to Costco in the US and I said, wow, I must touch everything. There's so many different things in one store. And you can buy tires on your car, get your eye checkup, get 10 pounds of king crab. You can get a Hawaiian vacation package, a big TV screen, a new bed, a pack of pens, and even a casket. They notice it. Another comment from a foreigner visiting in the US, probably from a smaller country. The idea that you can drive 11 hours in the US just to get to a meeting is incredible. I guess someone in Hong Kong wouldn't have to worry about that, or many other smaller countries, driving 11 hours. Beer selection. The selection of beers in a liquor store is revolutionary. I have never seen so many beers, different brands, different types in a store in my country. So I guess we really have so many brands and different types of beer. There's another one. Someone just visited a restaurant. The whole concept of the word entree is funny here. Entree means entry, which is your first dish, but entree is not your first dish. So they don't understand. And another one from European business person. We don't understand why you have business meetings in breakfast. Breakfast is supposed to be at home, having just breakfast. But here we have breakfast meetings all the time. So he said we are workaholics, probably true. Oh, the Americans have an obsession with trucks. There are so many trucks I've seen that have nothing in the back. But they're crammed with 5 people in the front. There you go. Coffee refills in a restaurant. We cannot believe you can have refills of coffee. I guess in their country, they don't do coffee refills. And he said, maybe that's why you guys go to the bathroom so often. Doggy bags. So went to a restaurant, the waitress asked me, would you like a doggy bag? And I said, I do not have a dog at home. So no doggy bag. That's it.
Right. I didn't know it was National Beer Day. I'll celebrate that a little later today. It's time to introduce our visiting Rotarians in the room. Any visiting Rotarians right here? Bob, are you going to introduce them?
I can't stand up. I'll introduce you.
Okay, Brad's going to introduce them.
President Bill, fellow Rotarians and guests. It's a pleasure to welcome from the Rotary Club of Dublin in the classification of all of the above, Bob Ducknott. He's a pro right here.
That's a real pro. Any other Rotarians? Marjorie?
Yes, President Bill, fellow Rotarians, and yes, I'm very happy. Benedetti. She is the new Senior Vice President and Regional Manager, or Marketing President, I should say, of Heritage Bank of Palm. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other guests of Rotarians in the room? Mark?
Thanks, President Bill, and wanted to all Rotarians and guests. I wanted to introduce to you a very, very old friend of mine. He's first friend I met, and I'll just say in the somewhere in the 1980s when I moved to Southern California. We both worked for Aerojet, and we stayed in touch all these years. And just recently, I learned he is a member in Nevada City, the Rotary Club. It's the 49er Rotary Club. Please welcome Hosea Bostic.
I gotta guess, I'm very honored today to introduce my #1 son, Anton.
Hello, Anton. The president-elect could use some young blood, so maybe you want to join and be a sergeant at arms next year. Steve.
President Bill, fellow Rotarians and guests, my pleasure to introduce Nancy Moorhead. She worked for the city for many years in the police department. Hopefully you didn't know her when she was. She now works for a company called Beauty Counter. So if you need help with your skin, she's a skin consultant. So we all could use some help with that. Nancy, what's that? No, can't you tell?
Welcome, Nancy. Tom, project your voice loud. Hey, Michael.
I would like to introduce to the fellow Rotarians and guests of Rotary in the classification of nonprofit. From the San Ramon Rotary Club, President-elect Michael Roberts.
Welcome, Michael. Hey, Andrew, can you run up here, please, for a second? So I met this young man last week and invited him to our social, our 5th Thursday social. His name, lucky guy, his name Andrew Evans, no relation to me. And he works for the Boy Scouts of America, and he's looking for a Rotary Club to join. And I think he found a home right here. So make him feel welcome. We'll get your application later. Thank you. Any other guests in the room? We will introduce all the grant recipients a little bit later. We will go over to Zoom. I have to step back here to see who's on Zoom. I know that Ricky Walters is on Zoom. You want to say hi, Ricky?
Hey, everybody.
Hey. And
I
Jeff
appreciate if I could do a little bit of week here. I appreciate your thoughts and prayers as I'm recovering from surgery. I'm going to be on crutches for 6 weeks.
Oh, no. Sorry.
We're hoping the best for you, Ricky.
Thank you very much.
Jeb, you there? Man of many words. Good to see you, Jeb. Sandra.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry I missed the big social event of the year last week, but I was in Portland. My sister was in emergency twice. She's had very serious reaction to a new medication she was taking, but when I left on Saturday, she was doing a lot better. So I'm back, and I just have so many things to catch up around here. I thought I'd just take the day to Zoom with you guys. So I'll see you soon.
Great. Nice to see you, Sandra. Sandra and Matt DePredis are the newest members of our foundation board, trustees, by the way.
Right? Oh, that's right.
And then we have Lynn Monica. You're one of our grant recipients.
Yeah, I'm also a visiting Rotarian from the Livermore Rotarian Club.
Awesome.
So I'm with Culinary Angels. I'm the chair, and I apologize for not being there, but I was just this week either directly or indirectly exposed to COVID, so didn't want to take a chance.
Thank you for not
So
sharing.
I feel fine. I tested negative, but
Steve
I
will
just wanted to make
announce
sure.
you a little later in the meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So let's moving right along. It's time for our song. Can you cue that up, Mark? Don Lewis. is still recovering, and we're wishing him all the best.
Greatest Rotary Club of Pleasanton. It's great to be here in Hillsboro, Oregon, at the Rogers Boarding Company. And this is what I'm doing when I'm not at home. Okay. My country tis indeed, but with the full Oregon and everything that goes with it. All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
We have a few
Try this
announcements.
simple 10-second fix to reverse type 2 diabetes in 2.
Okay, that's the first announcement, is reversing type 2 diabetes. Okay, Brad, Steve Baker, and Tom, if you could work your way to the front while I give the first couple of announcements. They'll follow me. The district conference is April 22nd through 24th. Please sign up on the district website. It's district5170.org. It's free to attend the conference. You only pay for your meals. Steve Van Dorn, G. Schwag, Ricky, and myself are attending on Saturday. We'd love to have you join us. If you're going to do that, just sign up and pay for your lunch, and then we'll be there like from morning till evening.
And I will add a little bit because I got orders from the district governor that I need to give them a bit to get everyone to sign up in your club. Costs nothing to sign up. You get to go see the museum, the cars, the upstairs exhibit, no charge. House of Brenda, no charge. You can go do all these things and see fellow Rotarians, and it's a great day. I hope everyone signs up at least. Now, if you want to have a meal, that's even better.
Good pitch, Bob. Thank you.
I'm sure you put it in the bulletin when I did that.
We'll put that in the bulletin. Give him a pin. Okay. What other announcement am I making? Oh, I'm going to make the poker tournament announcement. The poker tournament is Friday, May 20th. This is our second largest club fundraiser. The poker committee is well at work putting everything in order. We have quite a few sponsors already lined up. We're looking for more sponsors. You could be a table sponsor for $500. That includes one entry into the poker tournament and your dinner and 2 drinks. Our theme this year is the Roaring 20s. If you want more information about this, please see Randy Brown after the meeting. Steve.
Thank you, Bill. I want to talk a little bit about Kids Against Hunger. I know a number of you have participated in some of those events in the past, and they just sent out an email to those of us who have volunteered in the past looking for some help. Apparently there was some kind of article that was written about a week or 2 ago, and they've had like 500 calls about that, and they've got lots of events scheduled. But what they really need are volunteers to help staff the events, because they've got a lot of people who want to pack, but they need people who can help them with coordinating the events. There's a couple specific events that they are looking for some help with, because they're actually now taking their events out on the road, so to speak. They're doing it in conjunction with some schools. So they have one scheduled on April 28th at the Vintage Hill School. And apparently they're looking for people from like 8:15 to 11:15. and they have like approximately 100 kids an hour come through, and the kids are packing, but they need people to help weigh and seal the bags because the kids aren't doing that. They're just filling the bags. So I'll send some information out through email. There's another one at Cal High on May 3rd, where they're also looking for people from 8:15 to 11:15. So if anyone's interested, I'll send an email out with some of the specifics and you can sign up. A great event. You know, they're packing a lot of food for kids, and I think they're doing a lot for the Ukraine at this point. So thank you. Brad?
President Bill, fellow Rotarians, two club fun events coming up in April. The first one is April the 21st, our social couple hours at Oasis Bar and Grill on Main Street. And that will be from 5 to 7 on Thursday, April the 19th. More importantly, 21st, thank you. Thank you. I got the 19th, okay. Thank you. April 30th is our annual Progressive Dinner. And this is a major social event. This year, the cost is $20 per person.
$20?
That's less than you pay for lunch. Think about that. It will be spaghetti, meatballs, salad, French bread, desserts, and wine for $20. And it starts on Saturday, April 30th at 5 p.m. at Black Tie Transportation for cocktails and social. Then at 6 o'clock, we'll go to the host homes. There'll only be 6 people per home, including the host. So it'll be a nice small gathering. We're still looking for host homes. There's no cooking. We are going to bring you the spaghetti, the meatballs, the salad, and probably the utensils. So everybody is welcome to sign up. That's a pretty good deal, huh, Steve? Okay, and the wine, provide 2 bottles of wine. Now, I'd like to take just a minute because this is a historic tradition. I shouldn't say historic. This is a traditional event, but somebody who's been very, very instrumental in the Progressive Dinner for years and years is Jack Brass. His wife, Flo, even used to provide the recipes for dinner. So Jack would like to say a couple of words.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Many of you are very new in this club, and you're not aware of a lot of history that has developed and gone on for years. In 1967, Ted Fairfield was president, and his wife, Barbara, and my wife decided that the ladies should get involved in something, and that was the very first Progressive Dinner. It has been held every year since then, except maybe 1 or 2 years when it didn't occur. We got 52 years of Progressive Dinner going on here. There was one president who tried to undo it, and there was a revolution. They practically threw him out of office. So Brad has done a good job of presenting what is a continuing thing in this club. You, as new members, if you haven't signed up, you should think about it and come on in. Bring your spouse, your significant other, or whatever. It's a good time. Continue the tradition.
In 1967, we had Rotarians. And if you don't know what Rotarians are, I'd like to pass it back to Bill Evans.
1967, I was only 8 years old. I wasn't going to Progressive Dinners. This is our International Service Chair, Tom Fox, and he is going to talk about something very important, and then we're going to follow that up with an RI video about the same subject.
Okay, first of all, getting back to the Progressive Dinner, since we're on that subject, Larry Annis, stand up. How many were around to remember Larry Annis's mother? Okay. Larry Annis's mother, from what I understand, at one of these Progressive Dinners ended up in a swimming pool. Larry can give you all the details on that.
More than what?
More than one time she did that? Okay, now a more serious subject that we really have to be concerned about, and that's polio plus. You know, we've been working for many years in Rotary clubs across the world to try to eradicate polio, and we're getting very close, but we still have some work to do. So we need every Rotarian in this club and in clubs across the world to sign up to contribute enough to get this finished up. So I've got some forms here. If I didn't give you one when you came in, and you can go online and take care of that, or you can give us a check and we'll process it. But with my technical skills, it might take a long time to clear the check. So better if you do it online. Now we'll hear a little bit more about that. Thank you.
Check to you. Okay. Thank you, Tom. Mark, can you run the RI video, please? After this video, we will start our grant presentation.
Rotarians have a very powerful global voice, and they've demonstrated that time and time again about polio.
We are proud of our amazing partnership with Rotary. As we near the finish line, the work is harder than ever, and Rotary's support is more important than ever.
Your work matters, and we and the world need you. Every idea and action that you have taken has led us to where we are and where we will be going.
Rotarians, we need you, we really do, to continue to do what you historically have done so well, but to actually tick it up a bit.
We cannot succeed without you. We must stay the course. Together, we can make sure the children of the future only learn about polio in history books.
Rotarians, you are almost there. This is an exciting, close to success moment for all of us in the world.
Great, thank you, Mark. Now I'd like to introduce the president of our foundation board trustees, Steve Van Dorn, to run this next program.
Thank you, Bill. Good afternoon, everybody. Great turnout. You know, it's amazing what people do. They show up when you're giving them money. So it's great to have this good attendance. Hopefully they're here for more than just that. So as you heard, when our good friend Nancy Pinnell passed away recently, I was honored to be elected as the president of our Rotary Foundation, and we have an amazing team. So I'd like to just introduce the folks that are here, that are on the Board of Trustees. We couldn't do anything without Marjorie Wong Gilmore. Marjorie, please stand up, be recognized. She is our treasurer and wrote the checks for me today. And then we have Kathy Alameda, our secretary, and my mentor. And as was mentioned, we have two new trustees, Matt DePredis and Sandra Lepley. I think Sandra's watching virtually, and giving them a round of applause. Thank you. Unfortunately, Gary and Nancy Harrington couldn't be here today, and they also have been instrumental on our trustee board. And Julio is also a member and fairly new. And then, thank you. Don Lewis, who has not been with us recently, but he actually took care of this whole program. And so I've done the best I can to continue his great efforts. And then John Lumen. John is right there in the back. So John, he helped me on this as well, was instrumental in getting this done. So anyway, it's just so much, it's really exciting to be able to give money to groups organizations that do so much for our community. And I just wanted to briefly give some of the new members an overview of what the foundation does. We award funds for scholarships, community grants, wheelchairs, and other Rotary projects.
And, we don't get the money that comes to us to give away comes from several different things. One of the main things is thanks to Larry Annis and his hardworking committee, based on proceeds from the Spirit Run, we use those proceeds and that revenue. We also, with the stock market going up pretty well last year, we were able to use money from what's called our corpus, which is our investment accounts, which are very closely approaching $1 million, which is pretty exciting. And then we have members that donate money all the time through different ways. So we appreciate all those that donate. So what we were able to do because of those revenues that we received, we're going to be giving $50,000 to scholarships this year. And then today we're not everybody's here, but we are giving a total of $30,600 in community grants and $15,000 for wheelchairs and other Rotary projects. So thank you all for your hard work. So what I'd like to do is introduce, we invited 10 of the 19 organizations that are receiving community grants from our foundation. And each of them will come up. We'll give them a check and someone's going to take a picture, right? Oh, you got it. All right. Great, Catherine. Thank you. And they'll give us a quick 3-minute presentation on what they're going to do with the money we're giving them and tell us a little bit about their organization. Many of these groups you already know, but it's always great to have them back. So the first honoree is Mark Ravetti with Hope Hospice and Health Services. Give it up for Mark.
Thanks, Stephen. Also, and thank you to all you Rotarians, the Rotarian Foundation. We're certainly blessed. As the one that raises the money for Hope, I realize the generosity that you guys give back to our organization. And while we are hospice, this grant was for our family caregiver education series, which is super important, especially during COVID when folks are shut in. You're able to either go online, participate that way interactively to be able to get the services and help they need, whether that's dementia care, whether that's some bereavement, whether it's even financial advice. So as part of our mission, this grant will help us go so much farther in the things that we do in the outreach to people. And, back in 1980, we started here in Pleasanton. And, here we are today, we've got 100 employees and we're serving hundreds of people a year. So thank you very much. We're super grateful. And if you guys haven't been to our website or seen what we do with the services that we offer, again, take a look at hopehospice.com and see all the things that we do above and beyond hospice and how much you guys support us. And we're just really grateful for the community. So thank you all very much.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mark. And you got a little fun run or coming up, or it's actually a hike, right? Yeah.
On May 14th.
May 14th, right? Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Our next is a fellow Rotarian. My pleasure to introduce Steve McCoy Thompson with PPIE. Come on up, Steve. You got to keep track of the Steves. We have quite a few in this group.
Thanks so much. Really, as a Rotarian, I'm just proud to be among you and just be part of what all that you do. And PPIE, what we're really trying to do is provide a vision for the future for our students. And the funding that you're providing, we're going to allocate that towards STEM grants to give kids access to technology that they otherwise would not have available to them. And we're also providing funding for foster students. We have probably 15 graduating foster students each year, which is in Pleasanton, which you wouldn't think is true, but it is true. And we provide help to help them send them off into the world, provide them almost like a care package, because after they reach the age of 18, they're no longer supported by the system. So we appreciate your help. We would be happy to invite a foster student here to speak if I can find a slot in the very crowded program committee. But Thank you very much, and our students really appreciate your support.
Thanks to you. Yeah. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Next on our list is Daniel Curtis. Daniel represents Sleep in Heavenly Peace. We did a project with them recently. And for those of you that don't know Daniel and you need construction work at your house, he's the guy you need to hire. He just did a project at my house and did a fabulous job. So give it up for Daniel Curtis.
Thank you, everyone. I want to let you know that there's a 20-to-1 bet over there, so that's where I'll be taking my check. You did bring me to a betting hall, so I just want to share. As you know, Sleep in Heavenly Peace is a fully 100% volunteer program here in this area. I run the Alameda County, so I cover all of Alameda County for anybody with needs. And our shop is at the Crosswinds property where we actually build those beds. So with your money, I figured out we could do probably 22 mattresses, 44 bed sets, or 66 beds, meaning the material part. So that's how we do it. We distribute that money by our needs, and usually it's based upon what our build day is. So we buy lumber from Lowe's, we have it delivered, we have volunteers come out and actually build a twin bed, and we put them all together, and then we store them, and then we deliver them to families in need. And those families in needs come from social workers, school systems. We have an online process they can do it too, and our only requirement is that they're between the ages of 3 and 17, and they're sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the couch, sleeping on a sibling. We don't have any other requirements from the family, and we don't charge them a single penny. So all your money goes to directly to that. So thank you guys so much.
Great, thanks, Danny. Thank you. Great. Next, we have Michael Roberts from Sunflower Hill. Give it up for Michael. You can't get out, right? Once you're trapped in there. President-elect.
Thank you, Steve. Hi, Club. How's everybody doing today? Awesome. So thank you so much for the donation to Sunflower Hill. As you may already be aware, we create places and spaces for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Live, work, learn, and thrive as part of the greater community. A lot of the folks that have moved into our Irby Ranch community in Pleasanton will have various ranges of autism, Down syndrome, conditions such as that. We are working to give them independence. We want them to have as independent life as possible. We also have a garden project, which is in Livermore at the Heckman Ranch. If any of you have not been to any of these facilities, such as Irby Ranch or the garden, please, please, please reach out to me. I would love to set up an opportunity for you to come out and join me. I can walk you through the grounds and you can see what's going on there. It's life-changing. These funds are going to be going towards our garden project. Thank you so much.
Go Sunflower Hill.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, next we have two folks that were dressed up rather professionally today. From Troop 911, we have Scoutmaster Ernest Napick and Scout Leo Jensen. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage. Leo, do you want the mic? Okay.
So we're from Troop 911, based here in Pleasanton. And with COVID, we haven't really been able to go camping as much as we would like. But now that everything's opening up, we realized some of our equipment needed some freshening up, you could say. And with this money, we'll be able to buy new stoves and new tents for all the scouts, all the new scouts we're getting. And it really just helps us get that experience so everybody can rank up and have a good time scouting. And yeah, I just want to say thank you again for this donation. Thank you.
That's, nice. All right, thank you. Great job. And Leo told me he's 3 months away from being an Eagle Scout, right? Leo, is that correct? Yeah. So next we have the Assistance League of Amador Valley, Denise Barr. Denise, please come up. We just have a few more left, so hang in there. Denise is going to inspire us, right, Denise? Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
First of all, the Assistance League of Amador Valley thanks the Rotarian Club very much for the grant this year. With the COVID restrictions, we were not able to hold many of our fundraisers, so this has been very, very helpful. We're an all-volunteer organization of about 90 members. We are part of a chapter of the National League of Assistance League, and we were chartered in 1995. We've been serving the Tri-Valley area for 27 years. An important fact to note, again, we're all volunteers, so 87% of our funds go to our programs. So that's pretty valuable, we think. The Assistance League's goal is to transform the lives of children and adults through our community programs, similar to the Rotarians. And we focus on low-income families in need. When essential needs are met, our communities will flourish. Your grant will be used to fund the programs under Operational School Bell, and that program sometimes is misunderstood. There's actually 5 sub-programs under Operational School Bell. And the major and the most popular one is Clothing the Children. Yeah, thank you. And with this one, we've had a lot of people help us out, I think, from various Rotarian organizations. What we do is we take the kids to Kohl's, and then our volunteers shop with the child one-on-one. The child selects their own clothes. They make the choice, which makes us a little different than some of the other groups. And then they have a budget. We tell them we have to go within a certain dollar amount. And your funds go further because Kohl's actually gives us a 20% discount, and they pay the sales tax. So we're very appreciative to them. The other program that your funds will go toward is Books of Our Own. And with this, we focus on 2nd and 3rd graders in all the schools in the Tri-Valley area, Dublin, Livermore, and Pleasanton. And last year, and this year we hope to even buy more, we bought 1,300 books for 560 children. And the books were bought at Town Center, downtown bookstore. And we found that this is the first time for a lot of these kids that they've ever had a book of their own to take home. We also just recently learned that with some of these children, English is a second language at their home. So this book helps their families also learn a little bit about English and improve their reading skills. And lastly is Screening Eyes Only. This is one that where our members go into the preschools and work with the children to screen their eyes for lazy eye. In the past, about 3 out of 100 children were identified as lazy eye. We give a referral to the parents to go to an eye doctor. It has now increased to 7 out of 100. It's because of the children evidently being too much on screens for the last 2 years with COVID, so that's been unfortunate. We also plan lastly to increase our foster kids program. With this one, we work with the gathering place rather in Pleasanton, and we are also going to start backpacks with the kids. We did 10 backpacks last year for seniors, foster kids that are seniors aging out of the system, but backpacks to help them with college, full with school supplies, etc. So again, thank you very much for your grant. It goes a long way, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Oh, well, I'll get this. Are you giving it back to me?
No.
All right, next on our list, great organization, City Serve of Tri-Valley, Christine and MJ. MJ, you coming up too? I think she wants you to come up, yeah. There you go.
Hi, Rotarians. I'm making MJ come up with me because she helps me so much with these grants, doing everything, researching, finding them for me. We're so grateful. This actually is one of my favorite programs. The money we're receiving today is going towards our job realization project, and that's a part of our prevention. So we do intervention work and prevention, unsheltered shelter. So these are families sheltered in Pleasanton. We do all Tri-Valley, but I'm going to focus on Pleasanton that are 30% AMI and below. So they're very extremely low income families. We have about 116 we're working with right now. And out of that 116, 40 of them are female head of household. and most of them single moms. So we started the job realization project to support those moms who really want to just build their families. They have 2 to 3 kids, they want to work. So we're helping them in our care coordination to find jobs, gain jobs, or increase their income. So there's a lot of barriers to that. They might not have transportation to get to the job. They might not have childcare for the day while they have to go to a job interview. They might need a haircut. They might need a guard card. So this money is going to go towards just wrapping around. When we hit one of those barriers with them, we can say, you know what, we can help with that because you're participating with us. You are walking along and you're wanting to do something better for your family. So we can help with that. So thank you guys so much. It's going to impact probably 40 women.
Very cool. Very nice. Great, thank you. Thank you, MJ. Yeah. Okay, this next awardee is actually joining us on Zoom. Lynn Monica with Culinary Angels. Lynn, could you unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about Culinary Angels and what you do with our grant?
Hi, thank you very much. I apologize for not being there. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, we can.
You can, okay. I appreciate you doing this through Zoom for me. I apologize. Like I said, I was exposed and didn't want to expose you. I'm the chair of the Culinary Angels Board. I'm also a volunteer. Some of you may know me from actually Sunflower Hill in the garden. So kudos to the garden there. I'm also a visiting Rotarian from Livermore. And I want to thank you for this donation, this grant. Culinary Angels, for those of you who don't know, is a volunteer donation-based 501c3 nonprofit. We provide nutrient-rich meals and education to people who are going through cancer challenges, as well as to their caretakers. We distribute free of charge to all of the cities in the Tri-Valley, and we're also looking to expand beyond that. We partner with 4 local gardens, as well as local farmers markets, so that we can get as many organic, locally sourced, locally cultivated ingredients donated to us. And we do our kitchen operations out of the Sunflower Hill Irby Ranch facility. So that's a great partnership that we have with them. We have served over 6,500 meals to date to people, and we're hoping to continue to serve more and more recipients. One of our biggest needs is reaching more and more recipients, so please get the message out, as well as ongoing financial support, because we are all donation based. This money will go to a commercial Vitamix. We currently have a very small one, and it takes a lot to get soups done, as well as several large cutting boards and baker's pans to help with our kitchen operations. If you do want to learn more about us, go to culinaryaangels.org, and we do have a virtual run coming up as well. It's virtual, so you don't actually have to go anywhere to do it. It's on May 20th to the 27th. You can even run in place if you want to. Anyway, so that's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Thank you, Lynn. Fantastic. Oh, we'll do a bird. Yeah.
Mark,
can you put it? Yeah. Can you pin her? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you want to? Terrible picture.
Boy, did we know we were doing these things 2 years ago, right? I'll tell you. Well, that's excellent. Now, so we got 2 more. So we have with the Down Syndrome Connection of the Bay, we have Nancy LaBelle and Marianne Iverson, who's the Director of Teens and Adults. Will you please come up?
Yeah, it's all in the picture. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just so thankful to be here and for us to be chosen as one of your grantees. And I'm with the Down Syndrome Connection of the Bay Area. We've been in existence for 24 years now, and we're located in Danville, but we serve the entire Bay Area, now including the entire North Bay counties. So we are quite large in what we do, and we make quite an impact. This particular, what I'd like to start out with is just tell you a little bit about Down syndrome, because most people don't know about Down syndrome. And it is the #1 chromosomal disorder. And it happens when the 21st chromosome breaks into 3 pairs instead of 2. So people with Down syndrome have 47 chromosomes, and you and I have 46. So that extra genetic material is what causes what's called Down syndrome. And so we serve through the lifespan from 0 on up, and all of our programs are focused on the lifespan, helping people in different ages and various stages of what's going on in their lives. Their families' needs are most important to us. And this, excuse me, this particular grant will help us with our new family services program. We welcome approximately 50 brand new babies every year. And so those 50 babies come along with all who love them. And the first thing we do is congratulate families on the birth of their new baby, because it is a baby first. And just because the baby has Down syndrome, still take your baby home and love them and care for them and nurture them. And that's what babies need most. So we are a very welcoming group that become an extended family to our families who have children. We receive these families sometimes through hospitals, because we are well partnered with the hospital community throughout the entire Bay Area. They will call us and let us know that somebody has either given birth or has a new diagnosis. We also help parents who are pregnant, so they come to us at that stage as well. And they're looking to be connected to resources and information, and they're looking to be connected to other families so they can talk to them about experiences and what they've been through, the joys and the challenges, which are all very important. So this grant will pay for some of our baby baskets, because every brand new family gets a new baby basket, which is filled to the brim with resources, but also with welcoming toys and clothes and books and all the things that, you know, give you some warm feels and make you feel like you're welcomed. And so, but also this grant will also pay for all of our new family services, which are from support services through music therapy, through everything that you can think of that we may do for ages 0 to 3. And so this is very important to us, because it is one of the most important things that we do. The sooner that we welcome new families into our organization, the better, so they can get on the right track and get good, solid information, because we all know how there's bad information out there, and depending on who you talk to or what you read, it can cause a lot of anxiety, and you don't know what you're really looking at. So it's really important they come to us quickly, and so this money will help us beef up that new family services program. So thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
And then we'll hand you the check. Yes. Move over here. Okay.
They're perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel kind of bad. I should have called this person a lot sooner, because they got the daycare today and they weren't expecting it. So I apologize, Kim. But I think we all know Kim Curtis with Goodness Village, our last recipient today. Give it up for Kim. And he's been doing very well, by the way. So, you know, he's got good grandparents. Well, I'm gonna get that to you later. I'll give you that first. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you so much again for having me here. And thank you so much, I guess, for those really large cookies that my husband gave to the grandson. Super fun. What I will say, the reason why he is here today is early on in my career, when I realized that the folks that I was working with, they struggled with having family support. They came from troubled homes, they came from violent homes and abandonment homes. And so the priority for myself in my career and for all of my staff is that your family comes first. We do not sacrifice our families to take care of others. We put them first. And so my daughter needed us today, and so my grandson is here today because of that. The funds that you are generously giving Goodness Village goes to our support staff. Like I said, the people that we serve come from some very serious trauma history. And just because we gave them a home doesn't mean that everything is now right and they can just bounce back into society in the way that you and I all function because of the families that we grew up in. So we have a 24-hour support staff there. They are specialized in things like aging, which is something that you wouldn't really know that you needed unless you'd been homeless for maybe 17 years and you thought that your body aches were because your body aches of age. And you didn't realize that, oh, I have diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses that come along with aging. So they're specialized in that. They also help them get their Medicare, which is a very, very complicated form. And many people just say, screw it, I don't want to do it. But with our support, they get that connection to those services. We also have substance use services there. We now have people that have between 30 and 63 days sober from alcohol, which is incredible. A person that is 6 months sober from methamphetamine because they have the weekly engagement with the substance use services. We are not a sober living, as I told you all before, because we wanted to take away that shame if you relapse and just come back and let's talk about what happened and how can we serve you. We have veteran services, we have housing retention, we have mediators, we have de-escalation of your mental health services. We have it all because we wanted to make sure that we were able to keep them in the least restrictive environment possible and that we saved your tax dollars from incarceration and hospitalization. So that's what we're doing with your funds. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I have to say, I am in a room full of amazing nonprofits and humans that support them. I am lucky enough that I've been in this field a long time and I know all the nonprofits that are here and you have all made some amazing decisions and I just want to thank you for that. Yeah.
Great job. Okay, just a couple more comments there, President. I know he wants to finish in 1 minute, so I'll get this done real quick. So I just want to thank all of the nonprofits, as Kim said, for all of their
help in our community and throughout the Tri-Valley. We look forward to receiving your progress reports. It's a kind reminder by the fall of this year. And this concludes our program. So it's all over to you, President Bill. And thank you to my wonderful trustees for making this all happen. Talk to you soon.
I've certainly given a lot of fodder for when they want to plan a demotion dinner for how I do this schedule every week. Thanks for giving away all that money, trustees. You've done a great job. I've been visiting their meetings as often as I can, and I'm just in awe at the skill set that they all possess. It's incredible. These people are wonderful. Dennis Clare is going to try to give away some money right now too. Why don't you get your tickets out? There's $114 in the pot.
There's a red one.
There's only a few chips left in this bag, so I have a feeling somebody's going to win today. It's usually one of our over 80-year-olds. Let's see. 651 254.
254. 254.
254. Oh, Julio. Let's see how he does. No, we're going to try another one here.
Good try, Julio.
Good try. Maybe it'll be Julio again. 651 241.
All right. Yeah.
Uncle Bob.
No. Oh, next week you better buy a ticket, folks. It's going to be a big pot next week, and there's only a few chips left in there. Reminder:
Five chips.
Wow. 5 chips left in there. Club board members, our club meeting this month, or our board meeting this month, will be next week following this lunch meeting. So I sent an email about it, but I'm just telling you right now so you can let it resonate in your ears. Have a wonderful afternoon. This meeting is adjourned.